In the past few hours, yet another burglary discovered at a high-end home in a St. Paul suburb.
Well, this adds to a long string of similar burglaries that stretches not just across the metro, but across the country, and in part targeting professional athletes. Fox 9's Rob Olson live for us in West St. Paul tonight. So police seem to have a strong pattern here, Rob.
Yeah, they see a very strong pattern, not just with these, but as you mentioned, the ones that have been occurring across the metro, and in some cases, targeting professional athletes when they're on the road. There were some cases in Kansas City in early October. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce both had their homes burglarized right before and during Monday Night Football. Those are considered to be very much a strong pattern as well, as they look at a ring here that could be really working nationwide. But here, these are in Sunfish Lake, a couple of few weeks ago, one late last week, and another discovered today.
This is the fourth one in about 6 weeks.
On Monday afternoon, police discovered a fourth burglary in Sunfish Lake, one that hadn't even been reported yet because they literally found it when they spotted a clear sign of forced entry.
Because we were just doing some active patrols and checking the premise of actually a neighboring house.
In this case, it is the home of a professional athlete who is out of town. The three previous burglaries in Sunfish Lake, a small town of multi-million-dollar homes, were not athletes, but the chief says they all fit the same profile, happening when no one's home and the alarm systems are turned off.
We know that they're not deactivating them. We know from the homeowners that they did not set the alarms. So we're trying to determine whether or not they have some knowledge, pre-knowledge, that the alarm systems are not activated.
It is believed that these are all connected to similar burglaries throughout the western suburbs, including the home of Timberwolves guard Mike Conley, one that happened while he was at a Vikings game to sound the Galler horn. More than 60 burglaries in at least 12 cities since November of last year. The suspects known to use things like cell phone and Wi-Fi jammers, GPS trackers, and surveillance cameras.
Not only this is occurring in the metro area, but it's occurring all over the country.
In Sunfish Lake, there's more surveillance, more patrols. There are community meetings. The chief says the burglars seem to know when people are not home, and it may involve more than just watching.
There are a number of possibilities to do surveillance without actually being at the property doing surveillance. So we're looking at a number of different techniques that are out there and figuring out how that is occurring.
Yeah, and figuring out, too, how they know that the alarm systems are not on, whether they can detect that or whether there's some sort of perhaps inside information. All these things are being looked at today. The West St. Paul Police was in contact with the BCA, too, to get their help in tracking some of this and looking at the analysis here as well. And there'll be another community meeting for Sunfish Lake residents in a few weeks here, particularly about their alarm systems, about improving them, and making sure that they are, in fact, always turned on when they're not there. Live in West St. Paul, Rob Olson, Fox 9.
All right, Rob. Thank you.